Hello and welcome to Moonflow Yoga. My name is Kyra, and today's flow is a grounding flow for Capricorn season. So let's get ourselves onto our mats. And for today's class, you may like to bring 2 blocks with you. And starting off, we're going to work our way into a reclined butterfly position. So we'll bring the soles of the feet together and we'll come to lie down onto our backs. Now, as you come down to lie down onto your back in reclined butterfly, if you find that the knees are up quite high, feel free to grab your blocks here and you can place the blocks underneath the knees or underneath the thighs. You can adjust the setting of the blocks here, finding something that feels supportive for you. And once you're in a comfortable position there, you can bring one hand to the belly and one hand to the heart. And we'll start here by breathing in deeply through the nose and exhaling slowly through the nose. Taking deep grounding breaths in. Exhale, feeling connected to your breath and to your body. And here you may like to set yourself an intention or a sankalpa for your practice today, bringing to mind how you would like to feel from showing up on the mat. With that intention set, let it drift out to the universe, letting it go. We'll come back to the breath. Breathe in deeply through the nose. Exhale slowly through the nose. We'll remove the hands from the heart and the belly, bring them down by the sides, and then use the hands to bring the legs back up. Bring the feet to roughly around hip width distance apart, and here you can take some windshield wiper actions. Bring the knees from side to side, finding a bit of release through the hips, through the lower back. And then from here, let's roll over onto our side. Take a moment here to pause, to rest. And then using your top hand, push your way up to a seated position, bringing the legs out in front. We'll meet in Dandasana staff pose. So bring the legs out in front, push down onto the hands to raise the hips off the mat, and then as you come back down, settle onto the sit bones, grounding down into the mat. Feet are flexed here, legs are nice and straight. And then we'll inhale, we'll bend the right knee towards the body, and then exhale, bring the right knee out over to the right, finding a half butterfly position. Inhale to sweep the left hand up, and exhale, folding forward over the left leg. Inhale to create length through the spine, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, maybe deepening the fold over the left leg here. Inhale, let's release the left foot or shin, roll all the way up. We'll bring our right leg back up, and then we'll wrap our left arm around our right thigh. Right arm comes around behind you. We're in a seated twist. Breathe in, create length through the spine. Exhale, deepening the twist, maybe gazing right around over the right shoulder. Gazing behind you, finding that twist through the spine. Continue to breathe. Inhale and return back through to the center, and then bring the right leg out long. Recentering in Dandasana staff pose, and then inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, forward fold, Paschimottanasana, taking hold of the shins, the feet, or the big toes. Inhale, create length through the spine. Exhale, maybe you can deepen the fold here, letting the head hang down towards the knees. Then trying to keep the legs straight here, pulling up through the kneecaps, up through the thighs. Continue to breathe, grounding through your breath. On your next breath in, release the feet or the legs, rolling slowly all the way back upright. And then from here, let's bring the left knee up towards the chest, and then bringing the left knee out over to the side, left foot against the right thigh. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, forward fold over the right leg, taking hold of the right shin, foot, or big toe. Inhale, create length through the spine, reach the crown forward. Exhale, folding forward over the right knee. Just going as far as it feels good. Continue to keep that right leg as straight as possible. Pulling up through the thigh, up through the kneecap. Inhale, release the foot or the leg, rolling all the way back upright. Bring the left knee back up, left foot comes down onto the mat. Wrap the right arm around the left leg, and then your left arm comes around behind. Breathe in deeply, reach the crown of the head up, and then exhale, deepening the twist, gazing right around over the left shoulder. Inhale, and let's return back through to the center. Exhale, back into Dandasana, staff pose, legs out long. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, Paschimottanasana, taking hold of the shins, feet, or big toes. Inhale, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, deepening into your forward fold, drawing the head down towards the knees. Breathing deeply here. Using the breath to ground you, to help you stay present in this moment. Inhale, release the feet or the legs, rolling all the way back upright. From here, let's cross the legs and then shift forward so we land in on hands and knees, tabletop position. Bringing the knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders here, finding a neutral spine to start. Inhale through to cow, gaze forward. Exhale, curl under into cat, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Inhale through to cow, draw the belly button down as you gaze ahead. Exhale, round through the spine into cat. Continue to flow here with your breath, inhaling through to cow, exhaling through to cat. Go at your own pace here. And then let's come back to a neutral spine. Bring the toes to touch behind and exhale down to child's pose. Forehead comes down onto the mat. Arms can stay extended out in front, or you can bring the hands behind you towards the feet. You find your option here. Ground down your energy onto the mat. On your next inhale, come back up through to tabletop and then shift your weight forward into a supported plank. Knees stay down. Exhale, lower plank, bend the elbows. Inhale, baby cobra, raise the head and chest. Exhale, lower back down onto the mat. Inhale, push up to your supported plank. Exhale, back to child's pose. Hips come down towards the heels, forehead comes down. Keep the arms extended out in front if that's feeling good for your body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. On your next breath in, let's work our way back up to our supported plank. Exhale, lower plank. Inhale, baby cobra, or maybe a full cobra. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, push back up to your choice of plank. And then exhale, back to child's pose, Balasana. Pause here to ground down your energy onto the mat. On your next inhale, let's come back up through to all fours. Here we're going to take our blocks. We're going to bring our blocks down onto the low setting and bring the hands onto the blocks. From here, tuck under the toes and exhale to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So here with the hands on the blocks, you might be able to bring the heels all the way down to the mat. Feel free to play with the blocks here if you want to change the settings of the height of the blocks. And from here, we'll start to walk the dog. Pedal the feet up and down, keeping the toes on the mat as you bring the heels off the mat, walking the dog. As you walk the dog, you can shift the hips from side to side. You can shift the shoulders from side to side. You can shake the head no or nod the head yes, make it a full body downward dog. And then we'll exhale, we'll find stillness here in our downward dog, bringing the heels all the way down to the mat or as far as we can reach. Breathe in deeply here. Exhale slowly. At the end of your exhale, raise your head, look towards the hands and step all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift, raise up onto the fingertips. Exhale, forward fold, bring the head down towards the knees. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up to Tadasana, mountain pose, landing with the arms down by the sides. Let's take a moment here to check our alignment and ground down our energy onto the mat using our feet first, checking that our feet are hip width distance apart. Maybe we lift up through the toes, ground down through the big toes, and then fan out the rest of the toes. Crown of the head is reaching straight up towards the sky, spine is straight. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, bringing the hands all the way down to the blocks, tuck the head in. Inhale, halfway lift, raise up into the fingertips, gaze forward. Exhale, stepping back into downward facing dog, hands ground down onto the blocks, feet ground down onto the mat. Work the heels down as far as you can here. Continue to breathe. At the end of your exhale, raise the head, look towards the hands, step all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. On your inhale, slowly rolling all the way up to standing and sweep the hands all the way up as you arrive. Palms meet together at the top. And then from here, exhale, bring the hands down in front of the heart, Anjali Mudra. Pausing here for a few grounding breaths. Breathe in deeply through the nose. Exhale slowly through the nose. Inhale, raise the arms straight up towards the sky. And then exhale, bring the hands down in front of the body all the way down to the blocks for your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, gazing forward, straight spine. Exhale, ground down the hands onto the blocks as you step back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Ground down the heels, ground down the hands. Fingers are spread nice and wide here on the blocks. Breathe in deeply. Exhale slowly. At the end of your next exhale, raise the head, look towards the hands, step all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the head in. Inhale, let's roll all the way up to standing. Sweep the hands all the way up as you arrive. Palms meet together at the top. Exhale, bring the hands down in front of the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Press the palms together here, still grounding down through the feet. Breathe in deeply. Exhale slowly. On your next inhale, raise the arms up overhead, reach on up, straight arms. Exhale, forward fold, bring the hands down onto the blocks, tuck the head in. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, ground down the hands, and from here we're stepping back our left leg. Untuck the left toes, we're in a low lunge. Ground down through the hands, and then we'll reach our right arm up into a lunge twist. Gaze on up towards the right fingers here if this is feeling good for your body. Keep the right knee stacked over the right ankle here. Exhale, bring the right hand down. And then from here, we'll inhale. We'll straighten out through the right leg. Bring the blocks with you back a little as we find our kneeling half splits. You're on the left knee, right leg is long in front of you. Flex the right foot. Inhale, create length through the spine. Exhale, bring the head down towards the right knee. Hold here for a few breaths. Find that stretch through the right leg. Inhale, let's walk the hands and blocks back to the top of the mat. Bend through the right knee, meeting back now, low lunge. Come up onto the left toes and then exhale, step back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Ground down through the feet. Maybe step the feet in a little closer if you're having trouble grounding down through the heels. Hands are on the blocks, fingers spread wide, grounding down. At the end of your last breath, gaze forward, step all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. On your inhale, slowly roll up to stand. Sweep the hands all the way up as you arrive. Exhale, bring the hands down in front of the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Grounding down through the breath here. Breathe in deeply through the nose. Exhale, feel connected to this present moment. On your next inhale, reach the arms all the way up, straight arms. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the hands down onto the blocks, tuck the head in. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, let's ground down through the hands. Let's step back at the right leg. This time, come down onto the right knee, untuck the right toes, low lunge. Ground down the right hand. Inhale to raise the left hand all the way up. Open up through the chest. On your next exhale, let's bring the left hand all the way back down. From here, let's take our blocks, walk them back a little as we straighten out through our left leg, kneeling half splits. Flex the left foot. Inhale, create length through the spine. Exhale, bring the head down a little closer towards the left knee. Continue to ground down through the hands onto the blocks. Inhale, let's walk the hands and blocks back up to the top of the mat, bend through the left knee. And from here, tuck under the right toes. Exhale, step back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Grounding down through all 4 points, the 2 hands, the 2 feet, flat down on the mat or on the blocks. Breathing deeply. Exhale, and then at the end of that exhale, look forward. Halfway lift as you come up to the top of the mat. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, rolling all the way up to standing. Sweep the hands all the way up as you arrive. Exhale, hands come back down in front of the heart center, Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Pause here for a few deep grounding breaths. Breathe in deeply. Exhale slowly. Inhale, reach the arms straight on up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, bring the head down towards the knees. Inhale, gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to step back at the left foot into a high lunge position, runner's lunge. Ground down through the left hand. Inhale, raise the right hand up towards the sky. Open up through the chest, lunge twist. Exhale, bring the right hand back down. We're in our runner's lunge. From here, let's take the blocks maybe on a high setting. Bring the blocks in a little as we find our Parsvottanasana. Straighten out through both legs. Ground your back heel down at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, create length through the spine. And exhale, fold forward over the right leg. Bringing the head down towards the right knee. Pull up through the thighs, up through the kneecaps, keeping the legs as straight as possible here in your Parsvottanasana. Inhale, let's bend through the right knee, bring the blocks back to the top of the mat, back into our runner's lunge. Exhale, step back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Ground down through the heels, fingers spread wide on the blocks. Breathing in deeply. Exhale it out slowly. Raise your head at the end of that exhale and step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the head down towards the knees. Inhale, rolling all the way up to stand. Sweep the hands all the way up. Exhale, meeting with the hands and Anjali Mudra in front of the heart center. Pause, ground your energy, and inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Exhale, back down to your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze forward. Exhale, ground down through the hands. We're stepping back the right foot this time. We are back in our runner's lunge. Ground down through the right hand. Inhale, raise open the left hand, lunge twist. On your exhale, bring the left hand back down onto the block. From here, we're working back into that Parsvottanasana. So you can step in the feet for a shorter stance, ground down through the back heel, back foot's at a 45-degree angle. Both legs are straight, hands on the blocks. Inhale, create length through the spine, and exhale, fold the head down towards the left knee. Keeping the legs straight here, grounding down through both feet. Parsvottanasana. Inhale, let's start to bend through the left knee. Step back the right foot if you need a bit more space here in your runner's lunge. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Grounding down through the feet, grounding down through the hands. Breathe in deeply. Exhale slowly. At the end of that last breath, gaze forward, step up to the top of the mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, rolling all the way up to standing. Sweep the hands all the way up as we arrive, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bring the hands back down to Anjali Mudra, prayer position in front of the heart. From here, let's grab both of our blocks. We are just going to bring one of them onto the middle of the mat, and then let's step the right foot onto that block. From here, we're working into tree pose. You can bring the left foot against the right ankle, maybe against the calf muscle, or maybe bring the left foot right up against the right thigh. Maybe here we then bring our hands to our heart center, or maybe here we start to bring our arms up overhead. Keep pushing the palms together here. Find your balance, find your drishti, find something to focus your gaze on. Ground down through your right foot, feeling steady, feeling strong, feeling stable. Continue to breathe. If you fall out, just come right back into the pose. Let's come out the same way we came in. Bring the hands back down to the heart. We'll bring the left foot slowly down, step back onto the mat, and then bring the right foot off. Give the legs a bit of a shake out before we step the left foot onto the block. Ground down, feel stable here. And then let's bring our right foot maybe against the left ankle, maybe against the left calf, or maybe use your hands to bring the right foot right up against the left inner thigh. And then maybe here we bring the hands together in front of the heart, Anjali Mudra. Or maybe here we start to bring the hands up overhead. Find your balance here, feeling grounded through that left foot. Feel your energy roots grounding you down onto the earth. Breathe in deeply. Exhale slowly. Find your balance. And then let's start to work our way out of the pose. Bring the hands slowly back down. Bring the right foot off the left leg, carefully stepping back, and then bringing the left foot off the block. Give the legs a bit of a walk out here. We're going to bring our second block on top of our first block here. So making a bit of a stack here with both blocks. Step in front of the blocks, toes are slightly turned out, feet are about maybe a 45-degree angle. And then we're going to come down to take a modified Malasana squat pose, sitting on the blocks today. So feet are nice and wide, knees are nice and wide, hips are nice and open. The elbows can come to the inside of the thighs, and you might take a little shake from side to side. We'll then reach the left arm down to the inside of the left thigh, raise the right arm up towards the sky, take a bit of a twist here, gazing as you reach around behind you, open up through the chest. Deep breath in. Exhale, let's bring the hands back to Anjali Mudra in front of the heart center. And let's do the same on the other side. Right arm reaches down, opens up the right thighs. The left arm reaches up. Maybe gazing around, opening up through the chest. Find that opening, find that stretch. And then let's come back to the center. Palms meet together in front of the heart center. Feeling grounded here in our Malasana, our squat pose. Then let's bring the hands down in front so we can raise the sit bones off the blocks, shift the blocks out of the way, and let's come down to take a seat on the mat. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, bring the knees nice and wide. We're in Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Holding onto the feet, create length through the spine, and then exhale, forward fold, bringing the head down towards the feet. It's going as far as it feels good for your body today. Finding that forward fold. Continue to breathe here as we hold for a few deep breaths. Inhale, let's roll all the way back upright. And from here, bring the knees back together. We're going to work our way down onto our back. Lay the legs out long as you come down onto your back. And then let's hug the right knee up towards the chest, interlacing the fingers around the right shin. Then take the right knee with the left hand, draw the right knee over to the left, and then extend the right hand out over to the right. Turn the head to gaze towards the right fingers, creating a twist through the spine, all the way from the crown of the head down to the tailbone. Let's return back through to the center, fingers interlace over the right shin. Give yourself a hug and then release the right leg out long, realign through the spine. Then bringing the left knee up to the chest, interlace the fingers around the left knee. And then take the left knee with the right hand over to the right side of the mat. The left arm extends out over to the left and turn the head here towards the left if that feels good. Pause here for a few deep breaths as we find that twist, releasing out what we no longer need to carry with us. Let's return back through to the center now. Bring the left knee back. Interlace the fingers over the left shin. Give yourself a hug, a squeeze here. And then bring that left leg out long. Realign through the spine here. And we'll set ourselves up for our Shavasana now. Our final moments of rest and relaxation. Feel free to make your way into any other comfortable pose, or just lay here with the legs out long, arms relaxed down by the sides. You can close down the eyes here or soften the gaze. Let's take a few deep grounding breaths here together. Breathe in deeply through the nose. Exhale slowly through the nose. Breathe in deeply and fully. Exhale it out slowly. Let's begin to bring our awareness back into our body, wriggling the fingers, the toes. Stretch the arms overhead, stretch the legs out long, take a full body stretch. From here, rolling over onto your favorite side. taking a moment to pause, to rest, savoring this transition between your practice and the rest of your day. When you're ready, slowly working your way up to a seated position, finding any comfortable seat, keeping eyes closed or with a soft gaze. We'll meet with the hands in Anjali Mudra prayer position as you send yourself some gratitude for showing up on the mat today, for doing something just for you. And if you set an intention at the start of today's practice, come back to that intention now. May you carry that intention with you for the rest of your day today. Namaste.